Hey, this is Gary Williams with Tacsim Media Group at SHOT Show 2020. And we're here with Ken. Ken, what's the company's name?
The company I am with is called TacomHQ. It is spelled TacomHQ. We're run out of Illinois. We're here contracting as subject matter experts for Axion Optics at the Umerix booth over by Geisley, our wonderful neighbors. And I just was going to run you through basically who we are, what we've done, and really what I want to show you guys today. We were started, about 6 years ago. I've only been around as the military subject matter expert for the last 3. And our real claim to fame has been these monstrosities you see. This large box up here is used to induce elevation bias, meaning it lets you zero your rifle way further away than the turret in your scope would ever allow mechanically, which accounts for the bullet's drop over distance. So these optics have gotten a shooter the last 3 world records. Of course, there's only one standing world record because every time you get one, the other one doesn't count anymore. But we've got a fairly good track record, and I challenge somebody to get the next world record without us. What I've got with me here on top of this fairly convincing airsoft gun is what we call the Alpha Taric. It's an optical wedge, aka a prism, that raises a target's image to make the target look higher. In which case, if you want to hold the same point of aim, you have to raise your barrel. And what that does is it accounts for the bullet's drop over distance, meaning I can hold the same point of aim at 500 meters that I would at, say, 50 meters. So we've got a few of these forward deployed. They're putting some boots to rear end in dirty, sandy places, and they've gotten some pretty good effects as far as what I've been told, but I can't go into a whole lot of detail without
Okay, so under 500 meters, this would be flipped down. You engage the way you normally engaged, and then at targets out farther than the 500, you flip it up, and it translates that image.
So we wanted it to be a little bit more practical than that. So originally, when I came on board, we were going from a 100-yard zero to a 500-yard zero, and I can still make one that does that. But if we wanted military application. We wanted guys to deploy with this because if they have fire superiority, they're safer. You're more dangerous if you're more safe if you're more dangerous. So what we did is we incorporated this to use a increased max point blank range. So the military uses, for the most part, either a 50-meter zero or a 30-meter zero, which a 50 is roughly equivalent to 200. So you wouldn't need it inside of about 250, 300 with a 50-meter zero. You wouldn't need it inside of about 330 meters if you were using a 300-meter zero. So at 350, let's say, flip this thing up, now you're good to about 500 just holding center mass. So you literally never have to think about holding an optic, a reticle, over the target to account for a drop. Fire a shot, if it hits low, flip it up, fire the other shot, you've got impact. That is, if it's within the range, the capability of the round itself. So if the bullet goes there, we'll get you there.
Very cool. One of the unique things that we've found at the SHOT Show, a few years back, we did get to see some of these other ones and thought it was an awesome idea. And this year we found out that they were coming out with that smaller device. Definitely a lot more usable than some of these large ones. So we were really excited to see that as a new innovation. Is there anything else you'd like to say about your product?
It's commercially available. Check us out at TacomHQ.com. This one runs about $300. So pretty affordable for extending your capability potentially by double.
That's awesome. Thank you very much for sharing this with us and taking the time with us and everything. And this is Gary Williams at SHOT Show 2020. See you guys later.
So in this case, what we're doing here is we're moving 30 mil at a time. The one there, this is a 15 mil. The rifle over there is 100 mil. And so we've been building units up to 200 mil. We're at 5,000 meters for a hit. So it's the same thing. It goes on, pull a trigger, you're on your way. Since it's additive, if I have a shot that let's say is 43 mil, I put this on at 30, put 13 on my scope, off you go. That's simple.